Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and today we are back with another Jurassic World Evolution 2 Sandbox series because today the new Camp Cretaceous pack is launching. Now I am going to admit right away that I did not watch the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous series that is on next Netflix. Or at least I think that is where it is all coming from. See, here it goes wrong already. So I need your help here in the comments. Sometimes during this series to tell me a little bit more about things, like if I don't know where this is all coming from, to educate me a little bit here. But hey, it doesn't matter if I know much about dinosaurs or Camp Cretaceous or not. Like at the end of the day, I am just a creative player that likes to play some sandbox mode here. And that is what we're going to do again today. Start a new sandbox series. And as I mentioned in the first sandbox series on Isla Nublar, I really wanted to try out different biomes to see how things would look over there as well. So today we are starting a new Jurassic World Evolution 2 series in Canada, an absolutely beautiful biome. So I just had to add like that intro of Canada in the beginning of the video to open this series. I just really love that shot. It really is a lot of fun to build in this new biome though, because it also gives us a bit of like a different style of buildings, I think. And now with like the free update launching next to this DLC, we also have a bit more items to decorate everything with. And we also now have the option to put down trees freely instead of only with the brush and like this pretty hard boundary around them, and like pretty frustrating to be completely honest. So yeah, having an option for putting down trees freely is just super amazing in my opinion. The only thing I am missing still, honestly, is a way to put down separate bushes, and especially like the shrubs that the herbivores eat from. Like I'm not 100% sure about this, but I kind of have the feeling that not all the plants from the bushes are changed for the right biome, as I found some trees and plants still very tropical while we are in a colder climate here. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I did find this a little bit silly when I was playing around a little bit with like the brush to use to put down some trees and bushes here. So we start building in this map by adding a guest entrance and spawn point. You could actually really tell that I did not play this game that much the past few weeks, as I was texting Rudy Rankemo and Bastin Slot like, I wanted to start a new sandbox series here, but all the maps that are open don't have like this guest entrance or anything like that. So what am I missing here? To figure out like a half an hour later that I could just place down a building where the guests would spawn and enter the park with. So yeah, I apologize in advance if I say silly things just because I forgot or didn't see a certain thing or option in the game. This definitely is not like Planet 2 where I simply know all the ins and outs of, which is totally fine. Like, I just leave this know-it-all with Jurassic World Evolution to all these amazing dinosaur channels out there. We are just going to have a lot of fun in sandbox mode to see what we can do with all the new stuff and the dinosaurs we got. And I look really forward to that. So okay, after the spawn entrance building, I obviously wanted to make like this little main street area here as well, just like we did with Isla Nublar, but this time it will be differently decorated, obviously. We will use like this red colored path for the main street area and some planters and trees in between to divide the street a little bit, to give it a little bit more dense feeling instead of like being more open, I guess. So after I added a few shops and some restaurants, I did want to make it a little bit more open later on in the main street area, so we could also add like this seating area on both sides for a little bit more variation here, I guess. Now, I did use the Innovation Center at the end of the Main Street area, as I just find this building just way too beautiful to not include, even though it might not really match the rest of the buildings in this park, to be honest. But it's definitely a newer type of building in this whole dinosaur park. But what is really nice is that this time we can now surround the whole Innovation Center with some nice trees in between, like in between of the building and the path, I mean. And that definitely gives like a different vibe to the building and the area as well, I guess. Now, because this is a colder climate, I wanted to use the monorail in this park to give the guests like this option to travel with the monorail, like nice and warm and high instead of like walking all the way. That is why I right away add the monorail in this episode, so we know kind of where we want the track to be. Even though this might still change a little bit in a later stage, I think it definitely gives like a nice vibe to this whole Canadian park in my opinion. So on the right side of the Innovation Center, we will be adding a response facility and a paleomedical facility. And we will also be using some of the new decorational items like these containers, a few tanks, some supplies, a trailer office, and a few tents. And I think this definitely gives this a little extra touch and detail to the backstage area, in my opinion. I really do love these new pieces. And on the left side of the Main Street area, we will be building our first habitat for some herbivores. In this episode, we will be adding the Rhinoceros and Ankylosaurus with like the bumpy skin, and of course my most favorite animal of the game, the Parasaur with the beautiful glow-in-the-dark skins. And next to that, we are also building a small aviary where we will be adding the Tapajara and the Maradactylus. I probably did ruin some of these dinosaur name pronunciations again. So just like in the first episode of season 1, I'm going to say it again now, just to be sure. I am Dutch, and in the Netherlands, we pronounce a lot of these dinosaur names completely different. So yeah, I sometimes have a hard time with these dinosaur names. I will do my best to not make any mistakes, but if I do, then you do know why I do. Now for the next episode, I am going to try and do my best to learn a little bit more of the things you can do with mods in this game. Like I was told when getting the early access Frontier Developments, thank you by the way for that, that mod should be deleted when you open the game pretty much, but I honestly forgot to do so. So I think I have 2 mods already installed for this first episode. Well, at least I have 2 mods installed since the beginning, since I started playing basically. And the game seems to run fine, and the mods are also working fine as far as I can tell. I actually don't dare to say exactly what mods I am using right now. I think it's only like the free build mod and the expanded terrain mod tools, and like not even updated or something like that, because I did not ever download them again. So there might be updated versions of that as well. But I will definitely look into like the open lagoons and open aviaries mods in the future to see if we can use those as well. But as of right now, if you are getting the new pack and the update today, it would be good to keep in mind your game might crash or something like that if you keep all your mods installed. So keep an eye out for that, and maybe first install the game without any mods, because I did hear some people did have issues with this new DLC and update when having mods still installed. So just a little tip from me if you are playing with mods on your computer with Steam. Now, talking about mods, if you do play with mods, I would love to hear from you what mods you would advise me to look into for the future. Like, if you could let me all know in the comments down below, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much already. But yeah, also do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this first episode of our new sandbox series in Jurassic World Evolution 2 in Canada. Leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe of course if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!